Where am I at? I'm in the kitchen. This is a different setup. This is a different place. This is a different everything. So I want to introduce y'all to Chef Ray. This is Chef Ray in the building with Chef Ray as well. Y'all say what's up to Chef Ray. Chef Ray, can you say what's up?
What it do? What's up, beautiful people?
So Chef Ray, take me through sort of what we're doing today.
Okay. So I am a vegan chef. So we are going to make a plant-based meal. I'm all about healthy eating, right? No meat substitutes, none of that. So we got chickpea tuna that we're going to make today with our own garlic aioli, little sauce to put on the bread. And yeah, something nice and quick and easy, something you can make in like 15 minutes or less at the crib. And yeah, we all about just, help you without the hassle.
What is this? What's going on here?
Garlic.
Okay, this is
fresh
garlic.
Yep.
This is the pepper, this is salt.
Yep.
This is
some vegan mayo.
This
Yes.
is the
got some chickpeas.
Chickpeas?
Yes.
What's going on over here?
So we got little spring mix, tomatoes, some parsley, Dijon, some rolls, red onions, and some lemons.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I see some big knobs over there.
All right, so, first we already drained and rinsed our chickpeas, right? Mm-hmm. We're gonna put them in the food processor and post them. We don't want to, this part is very important because you don't want to mash up the chickpeas so that they're not the consistency that we're looking for in the dish.
But I would have talked about just how you got into being a chef, into being a cook.
If I can put my finger on it, my healing journey brought me here. Just figuring out who I was, who I wanted to be in this world, my purpose, what I wanted to accomplish for myself, and then also just healing, like figuring out those things that were like buried deep inside of me that I didn't know that I was, suppressing and things like that. Cooking became one of them things in the house where it was like when I became vegan, I had to cook more in the house because eating out wasn't it was not as easy. It was like culture shock, honestly. So just growing up, I always was in the kitchen, so it wasn't foreign to me. Real quick, so we are chopping it real quick. All right, we want it to be that consistency. Remember, we're making a vegan tuna, so we want it to be the consistency of like tuna a little bit, right?
So check us out. This is our consistency. See, it's not mashed all the way. It still has some
life to it.
Yes, there we go. You became a vegan when?
I get my dates mixed up, so don't quote me, but like 2016-ish, around there, yeah.
You're in Philly though. Philly is very diverse. What made you choose vegan?
So at the time when I became vegan, I was trading stocks like heavily, right? And I started learning about the different food companies. Like one of my friends who's heavily into stocks, he was like, yo, just research like the companies that's in your household, like the foods that you buy, your toilet papers, like stuff like that, right? Yeah. So it's brought me down this rabbit hole of food, where the food comes from, how animals are treated, what goes into the food, from where it's grown, manufactured, to how it gets to like my plate, my table. And it was like, yo, a lot of this stuff has preservatives in them that's no good for us. A lot of these foods are leading to like food diseases like diabetes. These are food related diseases. And I was like, yo, high cholesterol in it. Now, granted, I wasn't suffering from any of these things, but I learned that food is directly correlated to that. So I was like, yo, I'm on this whole health journey. I'm cutting it all out. I'm cool. And that's how it started. And then it just spiraled into me, again, learning about myself, cooking for myself. And then, Instagram, posting it on the gram. People were like, oh, what is that? What are you making? And then it was like, all right, I love this. Like, I like people. I love to entertain. I love to make people feel warm, make people feel loved. Like, that's me. Like, so how can I bring all of my gifts, all of my talents into one thing? Became a chef.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't gonna waste none of that. Get all of that.
Oh yeah.
I'm really auntie in the kitchen. We need all of that.
So what's the next?
We're gonna need our cutting board.
All right.
And we're going to need the big knife.
Ooh,
That's the butcher's knife.
Ooh,
Yep. So we are going to chop up everything that we are going to use today. We're going to need some celery, we're going to need red onion, and we're going to need some garlic. I like to cut the stalk in half, dice it small, and then just cut that down.
Now this is an expert level. I was going to try my hand at it, but I don't think I can go with that pace. What was your upbringing like when you were in the kitchen, when you were exploring, what you could make?
You want to try to cut the celery?
I can try.
My grandma, anyone who knows me and knows me well knows that I love my grandma. She was the grandma that did Sunday dinner at the crib every Sunday. Family was at the house. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody coming through. And I love that feeling, like that feeling of gathering, right? Like feeling of love and your family and just in the atmosphere, everybody under one roof. And she would make me help her. And I'm not gonna lie, it would be sometimes some weekends where it'd be like, Grandma, I don't feel like doing this. Like, I'm a kid, right? Like, I don't feel like doing this. Like, I don't want to make no tuna casserole. Like, I don't feel like making none of this. I don't feel like making no whole cakes. Like, these were her things, right? As I grew up and as we just, started learning and growing more, like I started enjoying it. Like I'm getting older, I'm starting enjoying it. And then little did I know, as I became vegan, it was like I'm using some of them techniques and things that she taught me with meat, like tenderizing your meat and things like that, and using it on my mushrooms or using it on my beans because those are my proteins now. Like, so I'm taking literally the skills that I was learning growing up and where my family is like, what, you gonna stop eating meat? Like, I'm like, yo, but I'm using the same things that grandma taught me, the hands that God blessed me with, and I'm directly putting that right into the food and the vegetables. So
that's
grandma definitely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. How do we want to slice up this?
We gonna break this bad boy up. I cut the head off. Cut it down in half. All right. We're not going to use the whole thing, so this part will be trash, and this part you keep in your refrigerator for later, because we don't waste food.
Here we go.
And then I take this ugly part off at the top. So we can cut it, right, and then we can dice it ourselves, right? That's one way to cut the onion. Or you can make slits in it, right? So if I make slits, and all the way down, and mind you, you see how small I'm cutting.
So is there like a array book of recipes?
Unfortunately, right now the secrets are in my head, but you see how that makes life a little easier. All right. Cut our onions. We don't want it to be too oniony. I think that's good for now. One thing my grandma always used to say in the kitchen: you can add, but you cannot subtract. So what's next? What else we need to cut? Remember,
what is next?
Touch your memory.
Was
there's one more thing we gotta cut to put in here.
It would obviously be the tomato. Would be my guess.
Nope, you get one more.
What I meant was the garlic. That's what I meant. The garlic should be next.
We can hold it that way. We're gonna cut some thin pieces.
Okay.
All right.
What is life like being a chef?
Life is cool, man. I've come to the realization that like I'm in control. So like I am building a business. I am building a brand. It is not an overnight quest. It takes a lot of time, preparation, grit. Life right now for me is happy because I get to do what I want. I get to meet some cool people. And I get to change lives, honestly. Like, I meet people and some people have never had like great tasting vegan food. They get to me and their perception of vegan is like Beyond Meat burgers, buffalo cauliflower, and like, just very just simple basic things. When you get to me and I'm making you like plantain tacos with mango salsa and avocado crema, and you're like, oh snap, this vegan? This vegan? Like, you feel me? So I enjoy that. I enjoy the conversations that I get to have with various people from various walks of life. Those are the things that are filling to me. Next, we're going to need some salt. We're going to need some pepper. Okay. We're going to need some smoked paprika over there.
Okay.
We're also going to need the Dijon mustard. And then we are going to need the lemon. We're just going to do some salt. All right. Add some pepper in there. Do some smoked paprika. So not a lot, just a little bit in there. I always believe that my ancestors told me when to stop. So right here, we're gonna go with that. We are going to do some mayo in there. Now mayo is tricky because the mustard with the lemon, you don't want it to be wet, right? But you don't want it to be dry either.
Yeah.
Try to get the seeds out. Definitely don't want no seeds in there, but.
Ooh, I can smell that already. Mm-hmm. Smells nice.
And then grab that spoon. I'm actually gonna let you mix it.
Okay. You know what?
Yep.
This has an interesting scent. It smells like oh man. It smells like tuna. It's How'd you come up with this?
Man, I just be honestly, some of this stuff I tried out in the kitchen. This was one of my go-to meals when I first became vegan because it's easy. And then I would use this and I would put it over a salad, make it into sandwiches, just have it.
You being West African, like, what was that like when you made the transition to be vegan?
It was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, on a West African side, it was like my aunts were. And just everybody was more so like, why? Like what are you doing? Yeah. Like, and then trying to figure out what to cook for me because the first year of Thanksgiving,
I didn't even think about that.
What is Rihanna gonna eat, right? And then if you know about West African dishes, your cassava leaves, we eat goat, we eat pig feet, like it's oxtails. Like, you don't eat none of that?
Yeah.
Like, what? You're just not, like, what are you gonna eat? Yeah. But I think that once I took a educative approach and I started bringing food and letting people try it, and it's like, oh, it's not bad. I can do this, but I need meat with it. Like, that's always a joke. Like, all right, well, go ahead.
We can fix this now. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. No joke. No joke, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It tastes exactly like.
Does it need anything to you?
No. This is different.
We're gonna cut the bread and then toss it in the oven. Grab a piece of. Oh, I got the foil. Okay. We're going to take some of our mayo with some chopped parsley. We're going to throw some of this celery in there. We're going to gut this tomato and put some in there. Put a little bit of this lemon in there. Grind all that up. And that's going to be our spread for the sandwich.
Sounds good to me.
I love what I do though. And I take pride in just using fresh ingredients. I would say about 90% of what I make is handmade. Like I make my own sausages and burgers and stuff like that. But because it's healthier, like it's definitely more time consuming. Takes longer, but it's more beneficial. And sometimes the things that we want, it's gonna take a little while to get there. So I really like what I do.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So My name is Ray Lewis. I am the hottest vegan chef that anybody will ever meet. And I made a chickpea tuna sandwich.
And now we're about to taste it. Yes. Now we're about to taste
I
it.
ain't about to taste it. I mean, I know it's good. I
Yeah.
want you to try it. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think.
I can't tell the difference. I'm telling you. It tastes normal. It tastes exactly like a regular tuna sandwich.
This is good.
It's expertly made. I can finish this all. This is expertly made. I want to finish it all. This was amazing. Fun experience. Everything top to bottom. You've been wonderful.
I appreciate that, man. This is good.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That's all.